And happy Star
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy late.
No, it's not late. It's Mother's Day.
Happy late Star Wars Day as you missed it.
Yeah, happy late Star Wars Day. We did Star Wars Day.
You know the saying, "May the Force be with you." Well, people may the 4th Star Wars Day because May the 4th be with you.
All right. You gonna come by?
You know my name.
Yes, they know your name.
Aston?
Bye.
Do you know
Alright,
Star Wars? Do you know Star Wars?
Yeah, they know Star Wars.
Do you know Poopy Dapple?
We don't say that.
Do you know Rapple?
Tell them bye.
Do you know Rap?
Do you want a spanking on the camera?
Yes.
Tell them bye.
Um,
Tell them bye. So we'll see you next week.
You know what He-Man? Do you know what He-Man means? Poopy Dapple.
Go. All right. We hope everyone is having a great Mother's Day. Since today is Mother's Day, I wanted to do a short devo on one particular mother in the Bible, and that mother was Jochebed. One statement sums up Jochebed, and it is, desperate times warrant desperate measures. Jochebed lived during the Israelite enslavement in Egypt. God's people had settled in this country during the time of Joseph. They were there for years, but when Joseph died, a new Pharaoh ruled, and everything started to change. This Pharaoh despised God's people, who now have grown into a great nation. In fear, he sought to control their numbers by making an unthinkable law. It was during this time that Jochebed became pregnant. For 9 months, she carried the child, fearing for its safety. Sure enough, the birth revealed the baby to be a boy. That's not very nice, is it? All right, give me a kiss. Okay, we'll get on there and say Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
All right, and say we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Okay, sorry. That was his apology for his comments earlier. But now we're in this terrible time. Jochebed's in this terrible time that we've switched control. They've got this mean Pharaoh. He made out this law to kill all the newborn babies, and lo and behold, she's pregnant. So for 9 months, she carried the child, fearing for its safety, and sure enough, they did the gender reveal. We're going to use today's terms, and it was a baby boy. So now her fear kicks into high gear, okay? She's starting to fret a little bit more because this law has been passed. She has this baby boy. What is she going to do? It is destined to be killed. So thankfully, the God-fearing midwives spared the newborn baby. For 3 months, Jochebed hid him, but soon she couldn't hide him anymore. In desperation, Jochebed formulated a plan to save her child, and it worked. She was desperate in a time that called for desperate measures. So that's kind of the background. That's kind of what's going on in Jochebed's life right now. And there's 3 things that I want to talk about her. 3 qualities that she has that all Christians should have, and that we can learn from her. The first thing Jochebed had was she was a woman of faith. And we see this in Hebrews 11:23. By faith, Moses' parents hid him for 3 months after he was born, because they saw he was no ordinary child, and they were not afraid of the king's edict. Jochebed saw her beautiful newborn and believed God would protect him. God rewarded her faith in an amazing way. Did this take a lot of courage? Absolutely. But are we like her when it comes to worrying? Ever since she found out she was having a boy, you know she was worried. She was human. Yes, we are like her, that we would do anything to save our child. Now she had to save it from Pharaoh. We do our best to save our child from the dark of the world, the meanness, the sins, the going down the wrong path. We would do anything for them, just like Jochebed would. We would have also tried to come up with a plan, but how many of us would have had the faith that God would have carried our plan through, that God would take care of our child? How many of us honestly could sit down and say we would have been like Jochebed, yes, absolutely, I would worry. If that law came out, I would worry. What am I going to do? It's a boy. And I'd be praying that it was a girl. But when I found out that it was a boy, I would have worried even more. Yes, I'd have been like Jochebed, that I would have tried to do a plan. I would have been thinking every day, how am I going to save them? How can we get out of here? What can we do? But the third part of that is, would I struggle with having a faith like Jochebed, knowing and believing and trusting that God would take care of my child? That I'm going to do what I need to do in this desperate time, and that He's going to take care of the rest. Can we say we're like Jochebed in that aspect? Out of all three of those, I think the last one is the hardest. The second thing is Jochebed was also a woman of action. She recognized something had to be done. When God gave her an idea, she took action immediately. She prepared a basket to hold her baby. Then she took it to the Nile River and hid it among the reeds, asking her older daughter Miriam to stand watch. She didn't wait for someone to tell her what to do. It says she immediately went and did this. She immediately made a basket. She immediately put Moses in the basket. She immediately got Moses down to the water before they were seen. She didn't wait. How many of us are like Jochebed and we know something's coming, but yet we want to wait? We're not like Jochebed and we just want to wait. And we went, something's going to happen, something better's coming, or it's really not going to happen. He's really not going to come take my kid away. No, she did not wait. She knew it was coming. How many of us are not like Jochebed and we have a habit of waiting? Lastly, she was a woman of surrender. Jochebed willingly surrendered her child to God. Though undoubtedly grieving, she put her baby into the river's waters, trusting God to provide for His protection. God did not let her down. Soon the Egyptian princess came to bathe. She heard the child's crying and discovered the little ark. She decided to allow the infant to live and keep him as her own, giving him the name Moses. God was faithful to Jochebed, even allowing her to nurse her baby for a time. Yet soon she had to surrender Moses back to the princess. Jochebed had no idea what influences would mold her son, but she trusted God to keep him. So she was a woman of surrender. She did all of this and she still had to give up her son, not once, but twice. She had to do it. I'm going to end this devotional thinking of mothers. Are we like Jochebed? Are we a woman of faith in God and we don't rely on our own abilities? Are we a woman of action by praying for each child or each other? Are we a woman of surrender before God and we don't try to control every situation? We recognize that God is in control and He always has a plan. And I say that in the aspect of a mother, but when I started this devotional, I told you it's something that all Christians need, or that all Christians should do. And I think all that applies. It applies for us to have faith. And not rely on our own abilities. We are called to pray. Be a woman of action. Pray. If you don't have children, pray for somebody else's children. Pray for your family. Pray for somebody. And we are called to be a woman that doesn't have to control every situation. And we have to realize that God is in control and God always has a plan. Like I said, I was going to keep this pretty short. We're at 9 minutes. So I'm going to let you all go and enjoy your special day. If you all are doing anything special. If not, hopefully you get to at least rest and enjoy a nice day. Maybe your week won't be too chaotic. So I still have not decided what we're doing for our next series. I will work on that this week. I think I told you all that last week, but I promise I will get it narrowed down this week. So I hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you all here next week. Thank you for listening.